Hi folks, it's Kevin Matajowski in Port Townsend, Washington with Waterline Boats. I've got a listing to show. This is a 1973 Westsail 32. She's in outstanding condition for her age. Been very well taken care of. And as you can see, she shows very well. We'll start in the cockpit, do a brief walk around, starting on the starboard side. You see all the bright work, cleats, winches, everything functions. The current owner has had her for over 35 years. He is aging out, unfortunately, and would like to sell her to somebody who will continue to curate her to the standard that she is currently. Beautiful boat. Portholes look tight. Some leather trim on the Dodger. Could use a little saddle soap and conditioner, but it is intact. All the glass is clear. Couple cabin lockers. We also have whisker poles. Everything you need to head offshore, including a life raft. This one would probably need to have an inspection. Everything else on this boat is preserved really well. The stanchions are solid. There are running backstays. Port starboard side. Little oxidation on the gel coat, but otherwise super clean. We've got line pegs on port and starboard as well. All the chain plates and shroud lines go to the outside of the hull, giving a lot of space to move in and around the deck. Mast is nicely bedded. These teak decks are less than 3 years old. Here we even have a connection for cable coming from the docks if that's where you decide to keep it. Again, here are your furling lines, your shrouds. Here you have your tie downs. This is the original windlass. It is manual. We have two CQR 45-pound anchors, and the rollers, the bowsprit is all brand new. Well, less than 3 years old. They replaced the whole thing. And there's your head sail. Everything is Hank-on. Another bow roller here. They've done a lot of great upkeep on her. You can see, look down into the house hole for the second anchor. A lot of leather cushioning on a lot of this. Here we have the main hatch going down into the cabin for light and ventilation. Coming down the port side decks. The lifelines are vinyl covered. Here we have more of the line pegs. Another running backstay. So you can see some of the non-skid could maybe use a refresh, but it is intact and there's no soft or squishy spots anywhere. Obviously, the buyer would opt for a survey, but that's could be down the road. We've got clips for your fenders, easy on and off. Here is the port side diverter system. It's dry, it's not rotten, everything's solid. Beautiful, beautiful boat. I've never seen a Westsail near this condition, and there are a few out there up here in the Pacific Northwest, but I'm going to say this is probably the nicest I've seen, and it's very promising. He's got it set up with some fishing rod holders. You can see tiller steered, It's got a locking mechanism for the tiller. It also has an Aries wind vane system. I'm going to kind of work backwards back out and into the cockpit. We can try and finish up this area. Here we have nicely laid out cockpit. It's big. It's big enough. I'm 6'2". I'm pretty lanky, and it's pretty easy to move around in the back here, but as you can see, sturdy stanchions, and as you can see, this is all solid 1-inch stainless. It's even got a little barbecue back here on the push pit. Got adjustable backstay. Here we got a radar. We also have our AIS VHF antennas there, along with one on the mast as well. She comes with an anemometer. She's got AIS. Here we go. Here's our Aries wind vane system. It is functional. Maybe could use a little tune-up, but it is functional. It is solidly bedded, and it is lightly used. It comes with 2 blades, the high wind and the low wind blade, and the rudder, which is all being stored currently out of the water off the boat. So we got the boom cradle here. Nice little leather lined saddles for the boom rests. You can also see some nav lights there. We've got the stern light mounted up here. Everything works on this boat. I want to say all the wiring I've seen is all new, and it's very nicely sorted. So we're not dealing with 50-year-old wiring. It's all sorted out. Here we have our throttle and transmission controls. This is our propane locker. We've got 3 5-gallon propane tanks. Here's our controls for the Volvo Penta, MD2030, 2D30. Here's we got our knot meter, and we also have a nice Ritchie compass right here. Everything's new. Really like the way he's kept up this boat. He's let the surface areas kind of silver with the teak. In this case, he's shined up and varnished and kept up with the bright work very well. It's a very heavy hatch, slide hatch over the hood here. And we'll go down below, see what we can find down here. Wonderful boat. Smells nice, smells like wood. Everything's super clean. We've got access to the engine compartment beyond and aft of these stairs. They just all slide out. You work your way over here to the nav station. You also have access to all your switches and breakers and electric panels. Here we have one of your heating system. EPIRB probably needs to be updated. Here we have the Alden FaxMate for your weather. It is in brand new condition. I suspect it works very well. Here we have your depth sounding. This does function as well. This Auto Helm 2000 with the rudder sensitivity adjustment on here. So you do have a backup autopilot. Here's your radar. Back down to your Garmin. All your chart plotter setup, VHF, and including your single sideband. And another Ritchie compass down in the nav desk. Big area, lots of space to pull out a chart, a lot of space to store extra pieces and parts and baubles and bits. This log has all the information you need on the boat. He has more as well, all the records of all the work he's done to it. Nice little set of corner weights for your charts. Little TV back there. Watch out for the shark. Here's our chart holders. Still got nav instruments. We got a protractor there. It's pens, pencils, that sort. We got a 12-volt charger right there above the nautical mile indicator, which I'm not sure how accurate that is. It may be. Again, this is the second owner. He's had it for 35 years. Let's move our way toward the V berth. Right before you hit the V berth, a little midship, you've got a head on the port side. Then you have a lot of storage over here on the starboard side. All these floor coverings are sheep hide, which is kind of nice on the bare feet, I suspect. So you got your books. You got a lot of storage here. So you can see the wood, excellent condition, excellent shape. It's not all chipped up and banged up. More storage up in the, what I'd call more of a, even though it's a forecastle with a quarter berth, you can get access to the bilge up here and down into the hull. All the fittings and fixtures are solid. Here we have a nice little gladding radio. Here it'll do your weather, long range, FM, AM. And it is in, looks like new condition. No doubt it works fine. Here we have the tuning system on top. Nice lights coming in through the ports. None of the port lights show any sort of water ingress. So we go back out here into the main salon and work our way toward the galley. As you can see, teak and holly decks. There are an expanded fuel system, or water tank system, pardon me. I believe he's got over 100 gallons of water on here. This one was, I didn't set this in here. I've got to get this one pulled up a little. Yeah, that one wasn't seated, but that does come up easily. And you have your access to water tanks and transfer valves. Back in the galley, you've got your refrigerator center board going in. It works, it functions. Nice setup. And this is a deep freeze, especially down below. You got your controller here. Technotics, probably out of business, but the system works fine. We got a few of these white gas kerosene lanterns around the boat, and you can see there's some sooty staining on the headliners. The headliners are in wonderful condition. They're just a little stained here and there. These could easily be cleaned with TSP, diluted in some water, and take an hour or so to wipe everything down and bring it back to white. Upholstery's in great shape. No dust coming out of it. Nothing smelly. Nice storage. This does collapse into a berth. This table comes down. More storage. Nice little nether stereo back there. Barometer. Classic. More lighting. All the fixtures are in really good shape. Nothing's falling apart or falling off in this boat. It's just it's incredible to see, especially on a Westsail. Some of them have been left to go. Here we have a sextant box. I believe it should be filled with a sextant. Should be in there. No doubt that'll come with the boat. We've got a hanging locker right here. And we're back up into the storage in and around the nav system. or the nav desk. Basin, fairly deep. We got fresh water, pressurized, and we have a foot pump for raw water. Back in here you have controls for your water maker, which has been lightly used, and yes, it functions. Dustbuster, keep things clean. Clearly the owner's done that. More storage, sliding. Get to everything back here. Pots and pans. More storage, dry goods. We got a priming system. I believe that may be for the stove. Good cutting board. And a great 2-burner Shipmate stove built in Pennsylvania with good old American stainless steel. It's good high quality product. They're not making these anymore. Lightly used, it appears. It is gimbaled. There's a lock. And I believe there's probably holding racks for your pots and pans that you can connect to those rails. Down below you have more access to some of the plumbing lines. So work our way through the galley. I'm 6'2", folks. This is a great boat for me. Lots of room. I'm 6'2", kind of lanky. I got long arms and legs. Here you can see you can expand this whole area of the head, which is going to be over here to port. Everything will close off, and you can have an ensuite to the quarter berth and cordon it off from the rest of the boat. There is also a shower curtain that'll expand out. So obviously it is a wet head. There is a lot of room and a lot of storage in here. It's a Japsco head. I believe this boat has a 20-gallon holding tank. More ventilation here. No screen, but all the port lights and portholes are all opening to the outside, and very, very well sealed. There is no sign of ingress or that they have ever been left open. Here's a way to lock open, and this will create an interior bulkhead to complete a passageway if you're walking straight through to the quarter berth. Really, really clever. Again, this is not a kit boat. This was spec'd out and commissioned at the factory, which is fairly rare for a lot of these boats, these Westsails. Very strong following. They are a very seaworthy boat. I'm going to take a walk backwards here. We've got fire extinguishers. We've got everything you need to plan a trip across an ocean. You can move forward and check out the engine compartment now. Big space, easy access. This is the 2D30 Volvo Penta, 1,488 hours. We got the heating system here. We got 3 sets of batteries for starting for the house system as well. As you see, the wiring is relatively new. It isn't an older corroded wiring. There's no corrosion at all down here, as a matter of fact. It's in really good shape. We've got Victron charging system. Outstanding condition. Very clean boat. We got a bus bar back there. Just kind of missed. There's our raw water intake. Down there we got the filtration system for the water maker. We got our Raycor filtering systems, MD 2D30. All systems work and function 100%. Everything's tied down. She's ready to go. It's a beautiful boat, nicely owned. You're not going to find anything better as far as a Westsail is concerned. And she's priced right. There always is room for negotiation. If you're in the area, come take a look. Thanks again.